Welcome to your full body workout. This is perfect for beginners. It is perfect if this is your rest day to get some movement in. We're gonna get lean, we're gonna get strong, and we're gonna feel incredible afterwards because we're gonna work on that mindset. All right, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a workout because we have got everything that you need on this channel to help you with your mind, your body, and your soul. All right, let's get started. We are going to do 30 seconds of exercise and we're going to do a 20-second rest, all right? So make sure that you're staying hydrated during. So in those rests, just taking a nice couple of breaths and getting in some fluids. All right, the first exercise we're going to do is we're just going to take it into a pivot and then reach that arm nice and extended. So we can always make exercises more challenging. We can always make them a little bit easier just depending on how we feel and where we are at right now. So if you're like, hey, this feels easy, I'm going to add in some weights. Excellent. You can just hold some very light, 2 to 3 pound weights in your hands and you can add in a little bit more resistance. All right, here we go. So pull that core in nice and tight and then just think about really extending that arm up. We're working the core, we're working a little bit of legs and getting nice and warm. All right, release. Now, in these breaks, this is where I really want you to catch your breath and just to take a nice inhale. So let's practice together. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale everything out. We've always got a little bit of tension in our body, so we really just want to relax everything out. We're going to take it into some star jump tap. So you can either take it into a full star jump or jumping jack, or you can just take it into taps from side to side. So right here, we are warming up our body, just getting our blood flow going, getting a little bit of movement in. If this is the first time that you've moved today, really important to do a nice warm up to make sure that you reduce the risk of any injury, okay? And if you are on the Burn by Rebecca-Louise app, you know that we always start off with a great warm up, and every day on the app, there is something that you get to do, a new workout, a new exercise routine, new challenges. There is so many things inside of the app, plus a whole mindset section as well. All right, gently release down. I gave you a few little extra right there. Take in that nice little breath. So take a nice inhale. And exhale everything out. You're going to come to the edge of your mat, and all you're going to do is you're going to take it into a little walking squat, all the way back and then all the way through. Keep your shoulders down, lifting up through your chest, and you can take as much as a bend in your knees as you like. If you're like, hey, not bending my knees today, no problem. You can walk just along, slide across your mat, and then slide all the way back again. Now, when we're starting out an exercise routine, it can get a bit discouraging, right? When we don't see results right away. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna create that belief in our mindset. Give me one more all the way across and gently release. Okay, nice work. Taking a couple of breaths. That's it. Inhale and exhale. Next exercise, we're gonna bring those arms out to the side. Take your feet about hip-width distance apart. Press those feet nice and firm into the ground. Slight bend in the knee. And then we're just gonna bring those elbows in and out. So one of the big things when you're starting anything new is to have a belief in yourself. So 2 different things when we're talking about belief. 1, you want to have a belief in yourself. And number 2, you want to question your own beliefs, because whatever you believe right now is why you are where you are at. So if you want to get to somewhere a little bit different, maybe you're looking to expand your results or get somewhere new, we want to change that mindset. We want to change our beliefs. Give me one more right here and gently release. Okay, taking a nice big breath in and a nice big exhale out. So what do I mean by beliefs? Well, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you are right. So throughout this, if you're like, oh, this is too difficult, I can't do it, that's what's going to become your reality. If you're like, you know what, I'm going to give it my best shot and I'm going to go for it, you're going to get a much better result. All right, here we go. We're going to take arm circles going backwards. So drop your shoulders down, lifting up through your chest. Press your heels down into the ground, slight tuck of your tummy, and then just lift that chest up and very, very small little circles. Oh yes, here we go. So first of all, we want to congratulate ourselves for showing up, right? If we don't make where we're at right, we're never going to move to that next place. So first of all, just congratulate yourself for being here. All right, give me one more and release down. All right, shake out those arms, give it a wiggle, give it a wiggle. So remember, we got to have belief in ourselves, and we also have to question our own beliefs to help us get to the next level. All right, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to bring those arm circles going forwards. All right, so shake it out, shake it out. Here we go, arms out to the side, press down into those heels, and little arm circles going forward. So when we talk to ourselves, it's going to determine the success of our results. So if you're like, I've just got started in a fitness program, or I'm looking to get results, you have to first of all believe it's going to happen, right? Because you've seen so many people, they've done these workout videos, they've started the nutrition plan, they're on the app, they're doing the YouTube videos, and they do have results. So first of all, you have to believe that it's possible for you too, because if you do the same work as them, it's absolutely possible. And gently release down. Okay, we're gonna take it into some bicep curls. So you can either add in some slight weights right here, or you can hold like 2 water bottles, or you can just practice first of all without weights. One thing I really want you to get here is when you're doing the bicep curl, bring that elbow backwards. All right, so instead of bringing it right here in front, we're gonna bring that elbow going backwards and then all the way up. So just get that movement, and then once you're comfortable with that, then you can add on your weights. All right, so that's the big thing. If we don't believe we're going to be able to get results, if we've already told ourselves, nah, it just doesn't work for me, my body is this or my body is that, and I don't have time, that is going to be what your reality is like. So the first thing when starting anything new, right, is to have the belief that it's possible for you. We got to get out of that victim mentality that, hey, like it's too tough, it's too hard. No, if you think that, that's how it's going to be. Give me one more and gently release down. All right. We're going to take it into a little overhead press. So bring your legs slightly wider this time and get into just like a nice bend with those knees. Press into those heels. You're going to bring those arms out here, and then you're just going to press all the way over the top, and then bring that arm into a nice straight line all the way through. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And if your belief system right now is not getting you to where you want to be, well, we want to change the belief system. I remember one of the first things that my mentor said to me, said, if you think like me, you'll have what I have. And if I think like you, Rebecca, I'll have what you have. And at the time, I didn't have very much. My mindset was not very strong. I was an emotional roller coaster, right? 25 years old. And I just learned how to emulate and model my mentor. And me changing my belief system really helped me become who I am today. All right, bring that all the way down and gently release. Now we're going to take it into a couple of squats. If you're like, I don't want to bend my knees, right? Sometimes we need to like move our bodies to be able to help with all of our joints. So you can just take it into a very light squat. So just going to take it down and then squeeze those glutes. So push those knees out to the side, press down into those heels. That's it, keeping the chest lifted up, very, very slow and controlled, just to get some movement in. And that's what movement is all about. It's bending your body and putting it into different positions to be able to help us have flexibility, create strength, endurance, right? That's what we need. How you look after your body now is what your body is gonna feel like in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time, all right? So look after your body now. As Jim Rohn says, it's the only place you have to live. All right, squeeze and release. Nice work. Shake out those legs. You're going to come to the top of your mat. We're just going to take it into a back lunge, okay? So very, very easy back lunge. So you're just going to take it right here, just a little step back. If you want to, you can just keep it all the way up here and just step it back, or you can take it into a little bit further. That's it. So all depending on where you're at right now and what you want to get out of this workout, but think about dropping the shoulders down, lifting your chest up, and extending that leg out to the back and taking a nice little smile. You are here. You got to congratulate yourself for showing up. Half the battle with people not getting to where they want to be is just showing up. If you can create the habit, even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, to show up and show up even when you don't feel like it, that's how you're going to grow to the next level. One more and release. Okay, we're going to take it into a fun little split stance with a deadlift. So all you're going to do is your left leg is going to be pressed down into the ground. You're going to take that right leg and you're just going to take it back maybe like half a foot, and still keeping your feet hip width distance apart, and you're going to bend that back leg. You're just going to take it down and up. So this front leg is nice and straight, lifting up through your chest, and then squeeze. That's it. So here we go, down and then up, slow and controlled. And then when you get a little bit more advanced, you can add in some weight. Make sure that this knee isn't going in here. I want to go straight out, almost kind of emphasize it going out to the side. That's it. Here we go. Lifting up, breathe, inhale and exhale. Nice work, everybody. Here we go. You're doing great. 3 and 2 and 1 and release. All right, taking it over to the other side. So just a slight bend in that back leg. You're going to be pressing all the pressure onto that toe, but all of the weight really wants to be in this front leg here so that we can work on your glutes, right? This is going to really work your glute muscle. You just take it down to halfway and then squeeze all the way up to the top, keeping this one nice and straight. Here we go. So down and up. And one of the biggest things in life is, how does somebody achieve something? You look at other people, you're like, how do they get those results? Why not me, right? Well, if you have the mentality, why not me? You're in that victim mentality, right? We want to break free from that. We want to start to say to ourselves, how can I do it? What do I need to do? Who do I need to become to get to exactly where I want to be? So press down into that heel and squeeze for 3 and 2 and 1. All right, we're going to take one more standing up exercise, then we're going to drop it down to the ground. I'm going to teach you some great things to help you with your abs. Make sure that you are really using your core and not your back. So here we go. Last exercise right here, we're just going to take it into reach ups. So press up to the sky. If you want to tap all the way down to the ground, you can. But either way, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you are doing something. If you have the belief that you're like, oh, I'm not doing the whole thing properly. Oh, it won't work if I don't touch the ground. All of this mindset is just you saying to yourself, you can't, it's not possible, and you're in the wrong frame of mind to be able to get out of the hole that you're in. All you have to do is choose to start to believe. Choose to start to believe the beliefs of people who have what you want. It's literally that simple. All the way down, all the way up. Give me one more, make it count. Maybe touch the ground and squeeze. Nice work. All right, we're going to drop it down to the ground for some abs. All right, one thing that I'm going to teach you about abs, all right? We got to really make sure that our back is stuck to the mat. Really think about that with every single exercise that we do over the next few minutes, is the back wants to be stuck right here. So how do we test that out? So everybody come down to the ground, and all you're going to do is when you're lying down, tuck your hips underneath and then just open them up like this, all right? So you can feel the difference. You can put your hand underneath right here. You got a big gap, right? We want to get rid of that gap. So tuck those hips underneath and then squish your hand as if I was coming underneath you to try and grab your hand out, all right? So that's the motion and the feeling that we want to have with every single exercise. All right, so the first one that we're going to do is we're going to take it into some reach ups. So all you're going to do is you're just going to lift that chest up. You can come all the way down to the ground and then bring it all the way up. So that's it. So lift up, maybe hold for a few seconds and then down. So you just want to get that feeling right here, because you can feel as if you start to do this, right? You haven't got really that range of motion. So you tuck those hips underneath, relax the head down, and then lift, and then bring it all the way back down again. Nice. All right, that's it. Hold and squeeze. Tucking those hips underneath. You should already feel the tension in your core. So just lift up, really thinking about reaching nice and high, pressing those feet down into the ground, and then gently release down. So all the time I'm engaging my core so I get the max out of every single exercise that I do. All right, we're going to take it into a little V-sit halfway. So the same thing right here. We're going to lift those arms up. You're just going to take it to halfway and then lift up again, right? So just bringing that core strength and seeing how far that we can go down. So lifting up through the chest, you just take it as far as you can and then all the way up. And as you get stronger, you'll be able to take it further down and then lifting all the way up. But the most important thing just to get started is to see where your edge is at and then bring you all the way back up again. Shoulders are down, chest is lifted. You've got a nice smile on your face because, woo, it's abs and we all love abs. All right, that's it. Halfway down and then all the way up again. That's it. So take it down to your edge and then lift. Now you might find like each time that you do this, you can just get a little bit lower, and that's exactly what we want to see. Give me one more. And lifting all the way up. Nice work. And then just relaxing it all the way down to the ground. So this time we're going to keep our left leg nice and firmly placed onto the ground, right? So really push that heel down. We're going to take up that right leg, and all we're going to do is we're going to just take it up and down. So relax the head on the ground, relax your shoulders. Again, all of the tension wants to be right here in your core. You can, for a split second, relax that leg all the way down to the ground. And then as you get a little bit more comfortable, you can even bring your hands behind your head and you can lifting up through the chest. So you can see that that is a progression from after you've done those single leg drops. So just see how you feel and then just pull that core in nice and tight. Again, feel your back. Make sure that there's no gap between your back and the mat. Take it all the way down, arms out to the side. And here we go for 3 and 2 and 1 and release. All right, you might feel some tension in your quad as well. That's totally normal, especially as you're getting started with your ab exercises, really learning the difference in posture with your back. So everybody just right here, tuck those hips the other way and feel the difference, and then tuck them underneath and then drive that belly button into the ground. Really think about how you can drive it in. And now we're gonna press all that weight into the right leg. You're gonna lift up that left leg, and then we're just gonna take it up and down. So everything else, there is no tension. If you've got your head up off the ground right now, take all of that tension out and think about all of that tension going straight to your core. That's the muscle that we want to work right here. So take it all the way up and gently taking it all the way down. You can relax your hands by the side, or you can bring your hands up right here and then just taking it up and down. All right, nice work. Just maybe just give it a go, bringing your leg all the way up and down with those arms lifted at the same time. Here we go, in 3, in 2, in 1, and release. All right, whoo, some great little ab stuff right there. Right, we're gonna take it into a few things to activate our glutes. So press down into the heels, relax your hands down, and all we're gonna do is gonna press down into the ground, squeeze those glutes, and then gently release all the way down, all right? So great little glute exercise here to build those booties. So press down into your heels, and then all the way down. Everything else is nice and relaxed. So think about your chest being relaxed, the shoulders being relaxed. You're pressing down into your heels and then gently coming all the way down. Make sure those knees aren't facing in. You want to almost think about those knees facing out to the side. As you start to get more comfortable, you can add on some bands here so that you can really feel that resistance and pushing your knees out. All right, here we go. So press down into your heels, tucking your glutes underneath. That's it. Try and get that activation. Press down into the heels for 3, and 2, and 1, and release. Okay, bring those knees in, gently roll up. We're gonna take it into our final 2 little exercises. We're gonna take it into a low plank and a high plank, just to get familiar with both, all right? So first one we're gonna do is gonna take it into that low plank, and all you're gonna do is you're just gonna stay on your knees, okay? So just right here. Now if you wanna make it a little bit more challenging, then you can just bring your knees up, and we're just gonna hold this position right here. That's it, so just pull that core in. Nice and tight. If you're like, hey, I want to go into a full plank, you can just start with one leg right here. That's it, you just start, and then you can push out your other leg. You can just go up for a split second, and then you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to come back down again. Maybe take it over to the other side, lift up, hold for a few seconds, and then gently come back down, bring up those legs. That's how we build strength, right? We have to do something that's a little bit more uncomfortable than what we did before, and that's how we grow to the next level. All right, gently release. Next exercise, our final exercise for us today, we're going to take it into a high plank. So the same thing that you just did, but we're just going to come into a high plank. Okay, so we're just going to hold that. We're going to bring those legs up right here. And if you want to, you can then just come up to one foot, or you can come up to the other one, or you can come all the way up to the top, right? If you've got bad wrists, you can also just bring your hands into a fist right here, and then just hold that core nice and tight. Also working a nice bit of your upper body. So think about having a nice straight line from your head all the way through to your shoulders, through to your hips, through to your knees, and then hold that core nice and tight. Maybe just try with one leg, maybe try with the other leg, coming up onto that high plank. Maybe if you need to, just come back down, but just test it out. Feel what feels a little bit more challenging than yesterday so that we keep on making that progress. If you never try, you never know. And gently release. Woo! Well, we have so many programs inside of the Burn by Rebecca-Louise app. You can access a full beginner's guide. You can have all the challenges that we've had are also beginner's versions as well. So make sure that you download the Burn by Rebecca-Louise app so you can start one of my, I think we've got 10 plus programs inside of the app for beginners. So get started, join us in the app, and I'll see you on our next workout.